Lovely. So welcome to Rob and Christine's wedding. And my name's Mark Smith and I'm the minister conducting our little ceremony. So we'd like to take your seats. That'll be lovely, thank you. And then you can all stay standing. You can take a seat if you want to. It's not stay standing. And I'll start with a short reading from 1 Corinthians 13, which is really appropriate for an occasion like this, because it's all about love. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, and it's not proud. It's not rude, it's not self-seeking, it's not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails. We have come together in the presence of God to witness the marriage of Robert Peter Dooley and Christine Robinson, to ask His blessing on them and to share their joy. The scriptures teach us that marriage is a gift of God and a means of His grace, a holy mystery in which man and woman become one. It is God's purpose that, as husband and wife give themselves to each other in love throughout their lives, they shall be united in that love as Christ is united with His church. Marriage is given that husband and wife may comfort and help each other, living faithfully together in need and in plenty, in sorrow and in joy. It is given that with delight and tenderness they may know each other in love. In marriage, husband and wife belong to one another and share life together within the community. It is a way of life that all should honour and must not be undertaken carelessly, lightly or selfishly, but reverently and responsibly and after serious thought. This is the way of life created and hallowed by God that Robert and Christine are now to begin. You'll each give your consent to the other. You'll join hands and exchange solemn vows, and in token of this, you'll each give and receive a ring. Therefore, on this your wedding day, we pray with you that, strengthened and guided by God, you may fulfill His purpose for the whole of your earthly life together. But first, I'm required to ask anyone present who knows a reason why these persons may not lawfully marry to declare it now. That's okay, isn't it? We can move on. And the vows that you two are about to take are to be made in the presence of God, who is the judge of all and who knows all the secrets of our hearts. Therefore, if either of you knows a reason why you may not lawfully marry, you must declare it now. So, Rob, can you repeat after me, please, these words of declaration? Yep. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Robert Dooley.
Why I, Robert Dooley.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Christine Robinson.
To Christine Robinson.
Fantastic, thank you. And Christine, can you repeat after me as well, please? I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Christine Robinson.
Why I, Christine Robinson.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Robert Dooley.
To Robert Dooley.
Fantastic, thank you. Rob, will you take Christine to be your wife?
I will.
Will you love her, comfort her, honour and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Excellent. And Christine, will you take Rob to be your husband?
I will.
Will you love him, comfort him, honour and protect him, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Excellent. And who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do.
Thank you very much. So you can do. See, that was quite easy, wasn't it? Now, could I get you just to filling the gaps that way. That's great. And then one of the girls might like to take your bouquet now. With it. And then can I get you to face each other, please? And holding hands is really good too, because these are the vows that you're saying to each other. So Rob, can you repeat after me, please, these words to Christine? I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present
To witness that I, Robert Peter Dooley,
to witness that I, Robert Peter Dooley,
do take thee, Christine Robinson,
do take thee, Christine Robinson,
to be my lawful wedded wife,
to be my lawful wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better for
for
worse,
better for worse,
for richer for
for
poorer,
richer for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
And this is my solemn vow.
And this is my solemn vow.
Excellent, thank you. Now, Christine, can you repeat these words after me, please, to Rob? I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Christine Robinson,
to witness that I, Christine Robinson,
do take thee, Robert Peter Dooley,
do take thee, Robert Peter Dooley,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better for worse,
for better for worse,
for richer for poorer,
for richer for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
to death till do us part.
And this is my solemn vow.
And this is my solemn vow.
That's fantastic, really. Could you just face this way for a moment? And could I have the rings, please? That's great. That was worth waiting for, wasn't it? And you will get a chance to meet the owl at the end of the service as well, so don't hide. Let these rings be to you both a symbol of unending love and faithfulness, to remind you of the vow and covenant which you've made this day. So Rob, if you can take Christine's, please. And position it on the end of her finger, just like that, yeah. And repeat these words after me, please, to Christine. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Super. Just slide that all the way down your finger. That's it. Yay, lovely. Done the same thing for him. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Lovely. Slide that all the way on. Good. So you're another road in Granny Green, and it's all about the difference in law between England and Scotland, which meant that in days gone by you could be married in Scotland at the age of 16 without your parents' permission. whereas in England you had to wait until you were 21 to be married without parental consent. So young couples would come sneaking away across the border into Scotland, and it was a matter of getting married as quick as they could once they'd crossed the border, because they were often being pursued by their families who discovered what they were up to and didn't want it to happen, wanted to catch them before they actually did the deed and drag them back into England. So the blacksmith became known as the person who would conduct a quick and simple ceremony, so it was all done and dusted before the folks arrived, by which time, of course, they were too late. So I can do the last part the blacksmith's way, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
I first need to ask if you're both over the age of 16.
Yeah, I think so.
15.
What do you think? Only Jones. Okay, so if you can put one hand each on the anvil here, that would be lovely. Yeah. And then Rob, can you just pop yours on top of Christine's, please?
Yeah.
Because you've got to protect her and look after her. Are you ready for this? So in the presence of God and before this congregation, Robert and Christine, you have given your consent and made your marriage vows to each other. You've declared your marriage by the joining of hands and by giving and receiving rings. And in the time-honoured tradition of Gretna Green, as the blacksmith took 2 pieces of iron, heating them in the furnace, and then forging them together on the anvil, never again to be parted, I therefore now pronounce you husband and wife.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows. the sea.